Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there is no chance of electrocution. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the damper assembly in a Frigidaire refrigerator. It's going to be a very easy repair. Should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For the job, we're going to need a 1/4-inch nut driver, a flat blade screwdriver, and some tape. When you open up the package, you're going to get a new damper assembly. The main purpose of the damper assembly is to control the amount of cold air that gets through the damper from the freezer into the fresh food compartment. The damper door operates by the signal from the temperature control via the electronic defrost control board to the damper motor. It's mounted in the refrigerator compartment inside of the cover panel on the far left. There are two major reasons why the damper assembly has to be replaced. If the damper door stays closed, causing the temperature in the fresh food section to go up, or if the damper door stays open, causing the produce to freeze in the fresh food section. Let's open the refrigerator door. Okay, let's lower the top shelf. It's adjustable shelf, so as low as possible so it will be out of the way. We start with taking the light bulb out. Simply unscrew it, turning it counterclockwise. Push the release button and the filter pops out. Now we're going to use the 1/4-inch nut driver and remove that screw at the back that holds the waterline cover. And now we can pull the cover down and out of the housing. We're now going to remove that screw at the back and use a 1/4-inch nut driver. Now we can remove the two screws that holds the front control panel. They are all 1/4-inch screws, so I'm going to use the same 1/4-inch screwdriver for the rest of the screws. And one here in the front of the side panel. And the last screw at the back behind the damper grill. That would be the longest screw. And we're now going to lower down the whole assembly and press the tabs on the side of the plug and pull it apart. So I can use a towel because there would be some water in the lines, and press the locking collar in and pull the line out. Now we're going to do the same thing here on this side. Press in the collar and pull out the line. We can remove the towel, and now we're going to pull out the sensor bulb from the freezer compartment. It's installed in the bracket. And let's put the assembly on a workable surface. And now we need to remove this damper assembly. I gotta warn you, it's not going to be easy because the lower portion of the foam insulation is glued to the housing. So we'll do our best. First, I'm going to pull out the top portion with the a gate mechanism in it, and we're going to, using the flat blade screwdriver, I'm going to pry off this connector from the switch. And then we're going to take off this green ground wire, using the same flat blade screwdriver. And now we need to remove this plug. Again, we're going to slide the flat blade screwdriver here underneath this plug, plastic, and pull out this 3-wire plug. So when pull this tape off, we probably can reuse it. So we're gonna remove this our sensor bulb. So these two wires are going to this little heater, which is taped to the tubing. So now we're gonna pull this inner foam insulation out of the housing. You may need to use a flat blade screwdriver or putty knife. They use a very good glue, as you can see. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out this sensor bulb from the old grill. And the glue. I'm going to clean this piece off. Okay, so it's ready for the installation of the new part. This is the old damper assembly next to the new one. If you don't have this part, you can get it from appliancepartspros.com. And now we can install a new damper assembly. We're going to start with putting on this sensor bulb into the groove. Turning it vertical. And we're going to put some tape to secure it in. And then we're going to go to connecting the plugs. First we're going to do this one. Nice click, means it's on. Then we're going to go with this green ground wire. Goes on. And the last connector would be that switch. Turn this assembly over, and then we're going to peel off this protective film that will expose all the glue. And then we're going to install the sensor bulb. Into the groove. And now the last thing is placing that damper into its place. Squeeze it in and press it down so the glue will catch with the housing. Now we can install it into the fridge. I'm going to start with inserting the sensor bulb into the bracket so it will go through into the freezer. And now we're going to connect the plug at the top. You need to make sure it's in. You're supposed to hear a click. Now we can reconnect the water lines. Push it in all the way. Hold it. Press it in. And the second one. Make sure it's not coming out. So lift the whole thing up. And now we're going to install the screws. We're Are you going to use a 1/4-inch nut driver? I'm going to install this first. Then we go next on the left. Next goes another 1/4-inch screw behind the water filter housing. Now this is that longest screw, goes in the back. And one more screw here at the front of the side panel. Now we can install the water line cover. Those two tabs in front goes into the two slots at the back of the water filter housing, and this little pin over here will go into the slot in the ceiling. First we're going to install this front end into these slots, and I'm going to lift the back, route the tubings around the pin in the middle, and lock this pin into the ceiling. And now we're gonna put the screw. It's a 1/4-inch as the rest of them. Next we're going to install the water filter. It goes in this way. Slide it in and push in to lock. Now we can install the light bulb back in. Turning it clockwise. And now we can adjust the top shelf just the way you want it. And now we can close the door. Plug the fridge back in and make sure it's cooling. Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other repair videos available on our site, on Facebook, and on YouTube.